The mid-January chill settled over the Redstone Plains, the 200-acre Texas ranch cloaked in a fragile stillness, the lake reflecting a pale winter sky, its surface rippling with a restless wind. Wildflowers along the pasture's edge clinging to life in muted yellows and purples, their delicate forms trembling against the vast expanse, ancient oaks standing sentinel. Their gnarled branches heavy with the weight of time, the air sharp with the scent of frost and cedar, cattle lowing softly in the distance, blending with the cry of a lone hawk overhead. John Parker, 54, stood in the eastern pasture, his sharp eyes scanning the new snare shed, its bright red walls a defiant symbol of victory over the RDC. The burn scar on his forearm a quiet reminder of battles fought, the Covenant plaque unearthed by his great-grandfather now mounted on the shed's door, a testament to the land's enduring legacy. The wildflowers enduring despite the storms that had come before. Inside the house, the crew gathered around the kitchen table, coffee steaming in mugs. The air thick with the scent of roasted beans and the faint tang of hay. Ethan, now 14, sketching the snare shed in his notebook, his face more resolute since the RDC's defeat. Mary Ellen stirring her cup, her voice low. Lisa's gone, but Grayson's network won't sit idle. Frank Hensley nodding, his pistol gleaming on his hip, saw a new face in town city type. Asking about the ranch, his tone gravelly. Tom Carter standing by the window, his broad frame a silent pillar. Caught him near the ridge yesterday. Binoculars, not a hunter, Jake adding. Grayson sending scouts, we need to be ready. Matt tapping his laptop. I've been digging, found a name. Marcus Vale, tied to Grayson's shell companies. John setting his mug down. We fortify. Check the fences, secure the wolf pen. No chances. Ethan looking up. I can scout. I'm small. They won't see me. John meeting his gaze, seeing the boy's determination. You're with me. We stick together, the lake shimmering beyond the ridge, its calm surface a fragile promise against the storm brewing, the wildflowers trembling in the morning breeze. The plains stretching wide and unbroken, their roots deep in the Texas soil. That afternoon, John and Ethan patrolled the northern fence, Titan padding at their side. The dog's ears pricking as a faint hum sounded, John's instincts flaring. That's a drone, he muttered, spotting a small black device hovering over the wolf pen, Ethan pointing. There, by the oaks. A man in a dark jacket, Marcus Vale, watching from the ridge, binoculars glinting, John radioing the crew. We've got company, Northern Ridge, move now, Frank and Tom arriving, faces grim. He's Grayson's man, saw him in town. Mary Ellen joining with binoculars, he's filming the wolves. Jake and Matt setting up a camera trap, the drone dipping low, John's blood boiling, not again. Raising Bessie, his 12-gauge shotgun, but holding fire, we need evidence, let him dig his hole, the wildflowers near the wolf pen trembling in the breeze, the plains pulsing with unseen danger. Their roots deep in the Texas soil. That night, under a thin crescent moon, the crew reviewed Matt's footage, the drone's path clear, Marcus's face caught on camera. His jacket bearing a Grayson logo, Matt's voice steady, he's mapping the ranch, likely for a new angle, Frank nodding, Grayson's after the wolf sanctuary, shut that down, they weaken us. Mary Ellen's voice sharp, we need to know his next move, John turning to Ethan, you said you can scout tomorrow, you and I check the ridge, quiet, the boy nodding, I'm ready, Grandpa. The lake glowing silver in the distance, its calm a beacon of the fight ahead, the wildflowers along the house trembling in the night wind, the plains stretching wide and unbroken. Their roots deep in the Texas soil. Dawn broke cold, John and Ethan creeping along the ridge, finding a campsite, empty, but fresh, a map of the ranch with the wolf pen circled. A note in Marcus's handwriting, sanctuary violation, push for rezoning, John's jaw tightening, Grayson's playing dirty, using the wolves as leverage, Ethan whispering, what's the play? John's voice low, we turn the tables, find his base, the wildflowers along the ridge quivering in the breeze, the plains pulsing with the weight of survival, their roots deep in the Texas soil. They tracked Marcus to an old cabin on the edge of Redstone, a mile from the ranch, the crew surrounding it under a starless sky, John and Frank inside, concealed in shadows. Ethan and Matt monitoring feeds from a distance, the lake a dark void beyond, its calm fractured by the tension, midnight bringing headlights, Marcus arriving, speaking into a phone. The sanctuary's the key, file the complaint, rezone it as a hazard, Parker will break, a voice replying, Grayson wants this fast, don't mess up, John signaling Frank. The wildflowers along the cabin's edge trembling, the planes pulsing with unseen danger, their roots deep in the Texas soil. A twig snapped. Ethan shifting too close, Marcus spinning. What's that? Pulling a knife, John stepping out. Drop it. Now. Chaos exploding, Marcus lunging, John dodging, pinning him hard, Frank securing his arms. Who sent you? John demanded, Marcus sneering. You're done, Parker. Grayson owns this town. Ethan arriving, flashlight beam cutting through the night, Matt radioing Sheriff Daniels. The fight fierce, John's training shining, Marcus subdued. The lake glowing faintly, its calm clashing with the struggle's echo, the wildflowers enduring, the plains stretching wide and unbroken, their roots deep in the Texas soil. Back at the ranch, Daniels took Marcus into custody, the footage damning, but his words nodded John. Grayson owns this town. Sitting with Ethan on the porch, the boy shaken but firm. I got too close again. John pulling him near. You're learning. Just stay sharp. Ethan nodding. I'll do better. The lake silver in the dawn, its peace hard won. The crew gathering, coffee steaming, Frank saying. Marcus is a pawn. Grayson's got bigger players. Mary Ellen adding. We need to hit them where it hurts. John nodding. Matt, dig deeper. Find Grayson's local ties. The wildflowers along the yard trembling in the breeze. The plains stretching wide and unbroken, their roots deep in the Texas soil. That afternoon, while checking the snare shed, John noticed a loose floorboard, prying it open, finding a small tin box inside a letter from his great-grandfather, dated 1924, to my kin. If they come for the land, look to the plains. The whisper holds the key, a map sketched on the back, marking a spot near the lake. John's pulse quickening. He left us more than a covenant. The wildflowers near the shed quivering in the breeze. The plains pulsing with unseen secrets, their roots deep in the Texas soil. John led the crew to the lake, following the map to a cluster of oaks, digging beneath the largest. Unearthing a stone marker, etched with coordinates and a message. Parker land, forever free, mineral rights secured, 1924, Matt's eyes widening. Mineral rights, if there's oil or gas. Grayson can't touch it, Frank grinning. That's why they're pushing so hard. Mary Ellen's voice firm. We need a surveyor. Lock this down, John nodding. Lydia will handle it. This changes everything. The lake glowing silver in the dusk, its calm a testament to the legacy uncovered, the wildflowers along the oaks trembling in the breeze. The plains stretching wide and unbroken, their roots deep in the Texas soil. The crew returned to the house, the air buzzing with hope. But as night fell, John stepped onto the porch, rifle close. Scanning the ridge, a new glint catching the moonlight, then vanishing, the shadow lingering, the whisper of the plains a promise of battles yet to come, the wildflowers enduring. Their roots deep in the Texas soil, the fight far from over.